Mimics. That's a mouthful.
Everyone said this middle-aged dog had nothing left to offer. She couldn't have puppies, so they decided her life wasn't worth saving. Just hours before everything could have ended, one unexpected person stepped in, and what happened next changed everything.
Ready? High five. Yeah, good girl. Good job, Moo. Ready?
For many years, Maisie did not have the kind of life any dog deserves. She spent most of her time with very little human kindness. She was kept for one reason only. People hoped she would have puppies, but she never became pregnant. After a while, they decided she was no longer useful. They even planned to put her to sleep. Thankfully, a family friend stepped in before that happened and helped place her with a rescue organization instead.
What?
I learned about Maisie completely by accident. One afternoon, a friend tagged me in a photo of her on social media. At first, I almost kept scrolling. Then I stopped and looked into her eyes. There was something about her quiet expression that stayed with me long after I closed my phone. At that point, my own life felt very heavy.
May! Maisie!
Not long before, I had said goodbye to my 13-year-old pit bull. Losing her left an empty place in my home that I was not ready to fill. Around the same time, I also lost my father. A year later, my mother passed away too. Those losses changed me in ways I still cannot fully explain. Some days I simply move through life without much direction. When I looked at Maisie's picture again, I felt something difficult to describe. I cannot say why. I only knew I needed to meet her. Part of me quietly wondered if my parents had somehow placed that photograph in front of me at exactly the right time. The day I met Maisie, everything felt surprisingly simple. She walked toward me with cautious eyes, but a gently wagging tail. There was no dramatic moment. I knelt beside her, spoke softly, and let her decide how close she wanted to come. After a few minutes, she leaned against my leg. That small gesture was enough. I knew I could not leave without her. Our first afternoon at home was peaceful. I carried a tennis ball into the yard and tossed it across the grass. Maisie watched it for a second before running after it. She picked it up and proudly brought it back to me. We repeated that little game again and again. Every time she returned, her tail seemed to wag a little faster. It felt as though she was slowly discovering that this place belonged to her now. Everything around her seemed new.
Maisie, you full of it? I think so. Look at that little butt. Uh-huh.
She explored every room with quiet curiosity. Every toy became something worth investigating. She chewed gently on soft stuffed animals, carried them from room to room, and often fell asleep beside them. Watching her enjoy such ordinary things reminded me that happiness sometimes arrives through very small moments.
Serious? Are you even being serious with me right now?
Maisie settled into our family more quickly than I expected. My large cat accepted her almost immediately. The two of them often rested together in the living room. Sometimes the cat rubbed against Maisie's face while she stood perfectly still, enjoying every second of the attention. They became quiet companions without needing much encouragement from me.
One officer involved in the video has been suspended. 2 others put on leave. Dallas attorneys say the city of
The horses welcomed her too. Feeding them soon became one of Maisie's favorite parts of every day. As soon as she realized where we were going, she hurried ahead with excited little steps. She ran around their legs with careful respect, sniffed their noses, and occasionally stretched up as though trying to give them a gentle kiss. Some evenings she became so comfortable inside the barn that she simply curled up in the straw and took a nap while I finished my chores.
Tears, this is so yummy. I worked so hard.
One of the things I love most about Maisie is how talkative she is. She rarely stays completely quiet. She makes funny little sounds throughout the day. Some are soft grumbles, Others sound almost like conversations. Whenever she becomes excited, she seems determined to tell me everything she is thinking. I answer her as though we truly understand one another. Maybe we do it in our own way.
Did you eat garbage? Well, why would you do that? That's disgusting. Come here. Explain. I don't. Hey. Mimi. No way.
If I take too long preparing dinner, she lets me know. If I come home later than usual, she greets me with a long series of cheerful sounds that seem part complaint and part welcome. I often laugh because our conversations continue all day, even though neither of us really speaks the other's language. Maisie also seems to notice my quiet days. Whenever sadness finds its way back into my thoughts, she quietly comes closer. She rests her head against me without asking for anything. Sometimes she simply sits beside me with one paw touching my foot. Those silent moments often help more than words ever could. She also has endless energy. Without warning, she sometimes races through the living room, charges into the bedroom, circles back through the hallway, and repeats the entire route as though she has entered an imaginary race. Her round head bounces with every step, making me smile every single time. When she finally stops, she collapses beside me, looking completely satisfied with herself.
Where's the toy? Okay. You find it?
People often tell me she resembles a large stuffed animal. I understand exactly what they mean. She has a face that invites gentle hugs and kind hands. She seems happiest when someone is simply nearby. Since Maisie came into my life, many ordinary days have started feeling different. She reminds me to notice simple pleasures that I once overlooked. A walk outside, fresh air, feeding the horses, sitting quietly together after a long day. None of those moments are remarkable on their own, yet together they have slowly helped heal places inside me that I once thought would always remain broken.
You? Who's the cutest? You are? That's what I thought. What
Thank you for spending these moments with me. If you are considering rescuing an animal with a difficult past, take time to learn about their needs and speak with experienced caregivers. If this story stayed with you, please like, share, comment, and subscribe for more gentle stories.